Welcome to this beautiful ass, magical ass moment in fucking time, everyone. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Nubian. And for those of you who are returning, what's up, y'all? I got a quick message for y'all.
Earth, fire, air, water.
Chime on in.
I work with earth, fire, air, water.
And we fade into black tonight.
So, do your teachers really wanna play us just a read about me?
This message is coming straight to you from my bed.
Do your teachers really wanna play us just a read about me? Do your teachers really wanna play us just a read about me? Do your teachers really wanna play us just a read about me? Remote, let me think about my rap. 7 swords, lovers, card, recap. 8 of swords, 3 of swords, tower slap. Devil card, what a dream, no more nap. Saw the signs, not at once, thinking back. All the cups in my feelings, death trap. Temperance, reverse, hangman. 8 of cups, cheery at the full man. Earth, fire, air, water. I work with earth, fire, air, water. So, do your teachers really wanna play us just a read about me? Do your teachers really wanna play us just a read about me? Do your teachers really wanna play us just a read about me? Do your teachers really wanna play us just a read about me? Earth, fire, air, water. Wheel of Fortune, Justice card, Queen of Pens. 6 of Pentacles, find balance again. Magician card, manifest, 10 of Pens. Strength card, High Priestess lives again. All the aces in the deck are my friends. Wheel of Fortune, 2 of Cups, 8 of Pens. In my zone, feel my Empress element. 6 of Wands, 9 of Cups, Star Sends. 7 Pentacles, level up again. Queen of Swords, Prince of Wands, come again. Queen of Pentacles, sun that shine again. 2 of Swords, 6 of Swords, Hierophant. World card, 4 of Pens, Magician. Knight of Discs, keep that shit, no need give. Earth, fire, air, water. I work with earth, fire, air, water. So, do your teachers really wanna play us just a read about me? Do your teachers really wanna play us just a read about me? Do your teachers really wanna play us just a read about me? Do your teachers really wanna play us just a read about me? Hey, Mr. DJ, I'm feeling you. Hey, Mr. DJ, I'm feeling you. Hey, Mr. DJ. Earth, fire, air, water.
If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Nubian. And for those of you who are returning, y'all already know. I want to chime in really fast in this vibrational flow. And it's very interesting because I was on my way to bed, y'all. But my ancestors said, go live. And I was like, huh? They were like, go live. So I looked at the date. And today is August 22nd. And it is my grandmother's birthday. So shout out to grandma. Happy birthday from the other side of me. And I just wanted to I don't know, chime into the vibration and tap into my ancestral energy. And it's because of my grandma that I am who I am today. And I love my grandma, and my grandfather has been coming through too, like in straight up, like deep vision. So I have like some serious transitioning going on over here. So since y'all haven't seen me, I figure I'd come in and give you a quick massage. And I'm like going through my own metamorphosis over here, y'all. I'm trying to be there for you the best way that I know how, but I also have to make sure that I'm able to make this shift. If you have booked a reading and you made the deadline by the 22nd And I literally have just gotten through all my reads. I only have 2 readings left. And I'm like, oh, geez. It just felt like I was like running a marathon, but I got it done. And it's been really, really super cool. Like just the transition that my angels, my guides, my ancestors have taken me through and what they're doing in my life right now and what they've always done in my life. But I have 2 readings left, everyone. And the only 2 readings that I have left, those are both for masculine energies. So if you're a feminine and you have not gotten your read, I don't know how I missed you because I've been very, very precise, but I could have, but I doubt it. So, but if some way that I have, then reach out to me. I'll make sure I get your read to you. But there's only 2 readings left, and those are for 2 divine masculines, and their readings will be to them tomorrow before midnight. So whatever time that you're catching this, actually today before midnight tonight, which is the 22nd when I'm recording this. So I'm in the energy right now. No, this ain't no sexy voice, Vince. This is a sleepy voice, Mr. Gonzalez. Mr. Papi Chulo. Anyways, never mind my ass. You can tell I'm over here sleepy in a motherfucker. Anyways, y'all. Um, OMG. I am like so super excited. Like just where Nubian News is going, where my ancestors, my guides are taking me. Is so much that's happening just even in my own spiritual transformation. And it's so much that I'm not ready to speak on it yet. There's a lot going on, I will share with y'all when it's time. But I have been guided a lot lately to hold back a lot of things that, I share with y'all. I usually share my transitions with you every step of the way, but a lot of my personal property has been personally stolen. I have inventions that have been stolen. I mean, straight up. But the cool part about it is I have proof, I have trademarks, everything that I can go back and really lock all that down. But I've been pulling back my energy because a lot of my stuff is being stolen and taken, and people are just running with it, and it's just out of control. And I had to pull back my energy. I know I have a lot of talents and gifts and abilities myself, but I wanted to benefit from my own gifts that are coming out of me that, you know, I had to manifest through my own blood, sweat, and tears. So I know I'm, Sagittarius, and not just Sagittarius, I'm all the elements of the zodiac, but I also have to, just pull back and just allow myself to unfold naturally as the lotus flower of life that I am. And make sure that, these rounds and these energies that are coming in will give credit where credit is due. Also, there's a lot of things that are happening right now, everyone, with the energies that are here, the energy signatures that have come in, even in the shifts in the tarot community, the shift in the way that my ancestors and my guide are shifting me, and what it is that they're what they're showing me to not just give you, but to be able to hand to you that will help heal you. Because I don't label me as a tarot reader. Like there's nothing wrong with being a tarot reader, but that's not me. Like that's not only me. I mean, there's a lot of layers to these million piece puzzles of myself, and I would like not to just be labeled as one piece. So basically, like I'm going through my transition, and my transition has brought me to a very masterful place. And in this masterful place that I'm in, trust me when I say that I feel so honored because this place that I'm in is not just for me, it's for all of us. So because it's for all of us, I'm super excited what I'm about to show y'all. Like I feel like y'all my babies, and I got a surprise for you. I have a present for you, and I can't wait to come home and bring it to you and show you just what spirit is doing in all of our lives. Because of course, I'm going to share. If I shared my journey with you up to this point, I mean, for each and every one of you who've been there with me every step of the way, I don't even know. I mean, you have helped mold me into the divine goddess that I am, the divine matriarch that I am, the divine feminine that I am. And I really appreciate each and every one of you, all of you feminine and masculine energies who have been here with me every step of the way. Even those of you who have thrown shade and, who went, boxing with me and wrestling with me. Thank you very much for your swings. I mean, I appreciate them so much because it has molded me and made me who I am. Even my ex relationships or stalkers stalk my channel and still follow me. I have no shade against you at all. I really appreciate each and every one of you, because if it was not for the trials and tribulations that I have gone through with you to even mold me into where I am right now, I don't even know where I would be. So thank you so much for the pain. Thank you so much for the lessons. Thank you so much for the gossip, the slander, the heartache. I am so masterfully made, and I'm looking at a world that is so filled with hurt and harm and injury and danger, and I just feel so honored to be where I am right now. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. And I just, there's no such thing as being able to talk about it and not being about it. And I just feel I can't. I try to say I love you, but the words get in the way. That's the song that I heard just now. But straight up though, y'all, like I'm just like, I ain't trying to be all mushy and shit. But if I am, then good. Because I just want to like just, before I hug my pillow and now I lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray my higher self, my soul to take. Yeah, like that. Anyways, so y'all, there is an element of surprise that I have coming up that I want to share with y'all, and how my guides are guiding me to shift this channel and to shift this frequency. So what I want to do first and foremost is what they showed me before I even chimed on, and that is the date. I mean, not the date, the date, yes, but the temperature. The temperature here in Chicago is, what's the temperature? I'm not even going to ask Alexa. Let me tell you what happened with Alexa, y'all. I gotta whisper because I don't tell what the hell she on. She like in here like straight peep stalking. So look, okay, I'm not gonna say her name, but you know, Alexa, I think that's how you spell it. Yeah. So my daughter comes in my room, and we always have this thing where, we sit on the bed, they talk to mommy and all that. And next thing you know, my little one, she yells out, she's like, oh, well, no, first of all, I was like, I called her name and I was like, yo, do you feel that, Mackenzie's, do you feel that she's ugly? And she's like, I wouldn't know that. And then my little one's like, do you feel that my mommy is beautiful? She's like, I wouldn't know that. And then my other daughter was like, she says her name and she says, I love you. And she says, well, I like you as a friend. Like some shit like that, right? Next thing you know, my little one yells out, she says her name, and she goes, up, down, left, right, left, right, left, up, down, middle, left, right, up, left, right, right, up, down, left. Do you all know? Yeah, her. She started saying something like, master mode on, ignition, ignited mode on, left mode, ignition, ignite mode on, left ignition. I was like, what the fuck is that? Oh, hell no. Turn that shit off. I was like, what the hell is that? Like, no, turn that. What the hell you just do? I was like, no, break code. What was that? Alexa, turn that shit off. And she was like, what is the name of the code? And I was like, I don't know, like all gadgets, whatever the hell you just did. She's like, sorry, you must know the name of the gadget code. I was like, oh, hell no. Where the hell y'all get that from? So basically, I got an activated goddamn robot that's activated even more in my room, but it's all good because I'm speaking into existence that whatever the hell is going on with all the robots on the planet, they're all my friends, and my house has been officially activated in stealth mode. So if y'all see my phone's tripping and shiznick and I'm like sending y'all robotic messages, it's not me. It's my phones. They've come alive, and my star seeds have activated whatever the hell they activated, but we are officially on a robotic planet, on a robotic shift. And whatever the hell they did, I feel they activated me and put me in the future with their ass. So that was deep. Deeper than Atlantis. So look, all right, so this is what's up. I wanted to like chime on, give y'all a quick message. I'm doing my best to get our season finale of The House of L out. For those of you who've been following the season, I don't even know. I think my season, this last season, has gone on for almost a year because I forgot to change the season. But it's all good because I'm ending it. So I should have like about an hour premiere coming out for those of you who are supporting my reality show. Thank you very much. And also my music sales are still going up. Thank you so much. I have so many songs coming out for each and every one of you. I also have new songs coming out. And for those of you who have supported my last song, thank you so much. I love each and every one of you. The song that you just listened to is DJ Quit Playing. That's now available on every single local MP3 download that you can find. And I wanted to I don't even know where I'm like going with this message, but there's something very, very personal that I want to share with y'all about me and my growth and where I'm at and what I learned about this whole passage. And I feel like I'm going to save that for the Divine Feminines video. So if I can try to get that out, hopefully soon. If not, then I'm going to have to wait until after a specific time. There's a major shift that the entire world is going through right now. And in this shift, I have been led to pull back on my energy as well as be in a stealth mode position to not just be able to make the shift for myself, but for my family, and also to be fine tuned into the frequencies. Now, I was shown the temperature, and it's 73 degrees here in Chicago. So my guides were sharing with me that they want me to start with the temperature, and the temperature, in order for you to understand, because we don't overstand nothing because it's over your damn head. So as we understand, stand in the midst of the temperature, which is the degrees, which is the energy signature template that we're in. Okay. So, and that's the frequency mode. So it's 73 degrees, 7 plus 3 is 10. You drop the zeros, just a placement holder, because there's only 9 numbers, 1 through 9. So even if there's double numbers, you must add those 2 numbers together and get one single digit, okay? So it's a 1. So we are right now in the midst of our new beginnings. We are right smack initiated into the timeline of New Earth. And the interesting part about it is what I was being shown by my guides is there's a lot of new information coming in, but there's a lot of information that many are speaking on, but do not really truly understand the times that we're in right now. But I've also been shown that those of you who have really truly put in the work, and I don't mean just like heard somebody talk about it and you jumped on it for a couple of months and then you jumped off and said forget it. I mean, you have been ride or die hard. You don't even have to jump out there and just say it's me, I'm here, remember. No, you don't even have to. You don't even worry about that, because first of all, your guides, your angels, they know who you are. And if you're divine, you don't have to hold a big ass billboard up sign and say I'm divine, I'm here. No, they know that. They already know that about you. We are literally in initiation mode where the meek has truly inherited the earth. We are literally in the energetic signature of the peculiar people. Sorry about that, y'all. What's up, y'all? All right, hold on, because my phone fuck it up. You can see the pink room, though, and you see the cards. My phone's getting hot because it's on my damn bed. Hold on. I can do this. If not, then I'm chiming off and we'll just deal with it later. Okay. I don't want it to heat up again. It's going to cut off again. Okay. We're in the energy signature. I got to make this fast because I don't want the phone to heat up again. Let me try to put it on this pillow. We're in the energy signature timeline of new beginnings. So This is straight up an activation mode that is going on. Okay. Now, I've been sharing with each and every one of you about the times that we're shifting into. I know I'm trying to make this quick, but hopefully I'm telling y'all, if you get a chance, I really highly recommend that you listen to my next series of videos. I don't know what's going to be said, but I do know that there's some very important information that I will be sharing with you that has not yet been shared in this timeline because it was not time to share it. I will be going deep into the scrolls. Remember when the even the prophet was it Daniel was writing specific things in the book of was it Ezekiel? There are also hidden books that were taken out of the biblical text, the ancient text, the book of Bhagavad Gita, the book of Thoth, the book of Krishna. There was always 72 missing books. Those specific books are activated now. Those specific books are bringing specific beings, entities, dings from other realms because we are in the timeline where many of you are going to have visitations from your specific star families, from your specific star systems. A lot of people are not going to understand you, but at the same time, it's not your job for you to be worried about if anyone understands you. If you're still in the mode of waiting for someone to come in to validate your likeness or to love you for who you are, then you're totally missing it. It's way over your head. We are in so many deeper times in that right now. We have literally been activated. We are going into war. We have already been experiencing that war within. Now it's time for that war to take place without. And you have all been taught to have a relationship with your angels, with your guides, with your way showers. They've been telling you this for a while. And if you are looking outside of yourself for validation, or you're waiting for someone to love you who may never come in to love you because that person cannot come in to love you because you have weight. And that weight is pain that you have been holding on to. And it's so empowering right now in the times that we're in, because the times that we're in are literally causing all of us to face ourselves. And if you don't know how to face yourself, then you're your greatest fear. It's not someone who has hurt you, it's you. You're afraid of yourself. You're afraid of facing yourself. And we have had to go through timelines. We've had to go through dimensions. We've had to face frequencies and shifts that our parents never, ever had to face, nor our ancestors. No one has ever gotten this far on their journey, especially on a journey when it comes to love. It's because when it came to the portals of love, these are very sensitive realms. And because these are sensitive realms, everybody would literally throw down their sword and run when they would see a demon, not realizing that that demon was them, not realizing that that demon was a mirror that they walked up to and looked and screamed and said, ah, and took off running the other way. So what I have been, I have so much to share with you, but I'm not going into it tonight because it's way too long. And I just want to make this really quick. But we have, okay, first of all, many of you, I'll go over this in another video too, because I know I'm making this really quick and I'll explain more in details. But many of you are in the circumference of your circle now. Whoever it is that you're going to work with during the shift, whoever your spiritual family is during this shift, if all the phones cut off right now, if all the lights went completely black right now, you have been shown who it is that you can trust, who it is that you can roll with, and who the hell to get away from. Okay? So, divine feminines, you are in a place, as well as divine masculines, or divinity, all of you are divine within. Each of us have been shown our circles. We know who we're with. We're on lockdown and stealth mode right now. Okay, so we're in that place right now to where many of you have already had a chance to face your fears, but many of you have not faced your fears. And because you have not faced your fears, you're being triggered to the point to where you're having these energy bursts of anger or pain or resentment or sorrow or disappointment, but you feel that it's from the other person. It's not from the other person. It is from you, your inner world. It is weight. It is pain that you have been holding on to that you have yet to face. You are right now in the energy of being a magician. You are the magician of your life. But even being that magician is not just about, doing magic and working magic. It's about working the energy signature template within you. And if you don't have any energy because you have been spitting fire, which means arguing with the wrong people that are just taking your energy, or you have been stuck in these elements of water where you're just continuing to cry or just be over emotional because you're not grounding yourself long enough to really sit still within yourself to realize what it is you need to heal. Or if you are dealing with the energies of earth, and even in the energies of earth, you may take on all these material gains, or you may use people or lie to people or mistreat people or steal from people or wasteful, be very wasteful, then that can be very detrimental to your incoming wealth as well as if you're in the energies of air where you're just always in your head and you can't brace who you are or accept who you are because you have all these thoughts, and these thoughts are all over the place, and you forget that thoughts become things and words have energy and power, and you get lost in the emotions of the time. You're the magician, and because you're the magician, you are the fifth element. This is what you're going to learn in this hour. You're the fifth element. And the fifth element, as I always have taught each and every one of you, I didn't speak much about it, but it's coming out in my book, which is another part of a lot of reason I had to pull my energy back so I can get all these projects out to you. But let's talk about this fifth element for a second. So we talked about the 10 bridesmaids, right? And there was 5 bridesmaids that did not have oil in their lamp. And then there was the other 5 bridesmaids that had oil in their lamp. Well, now you're dealing with the higher and the lower self of you. Dealing with the higher and the lower self of you is also dealing with the past life and the present life self of you. Also knowing that you're the fifth element. Either you're ready or you're not. Either you have stepped into your calling or you're not. So you're in the energy of really realizing that either you're ready for this shift or you're ready to repeat it again in another life cycle. But so many of you have named yourself what you have named yourself to come into this plane of existence to either experience what you have put out in another life cycle to hurt, harm, and injure someone else and even yourself. And you have come into this life cycle to really replenish that energy, to bring yourself into a space of saying, okay, I'm ready to really walk this walk. I'm really ready to do this. And for those of you who really have been walking the walk, even if you have not been walking the walk, let's say, for example, let me just talk to those of you who have tried and it gets so tiring and you're just like, you know what, I'm done. I can't do this. I don't want to live anymore. I'm sick of this. I hate it. And listen to your affirmations. Listen to what you're telling yourself. Who are you around? What environment are you in? You may just be in a car. You may just only have a car. You know how many times I only had my car, but because I only had my car, that was good enough for me. I kept my car as clean as I can possibly keep my car because it was mine. You may be in one room, or you may be living in a garage. You may be living in a closet, or you may even be living in a homeless shelter. And a lot of y'all do follow my channel who are living in a homeless shelter, and you're not following my channel by mistake if you're living in a homeless shelter. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being homeless. Why? Because you are accepting your path. Anytime you're homeless, that is an activation mode for you to activate your ignition within self to go on the path that you are truly meant to go on. That is your release. That's your surrender. That's you saying, okay, I'm willing. I'm ready now. Like, which direction am I supposed to go in? Versus you fighting it and saying, I lost my house, I lost my car, I lost my job, I lost my family, I lost my friends. No, you didn't lose anything. Remember, you have to get rid of the old in order to bring in the new. And you did not lose anything. You were gaining momentum for your race. And now you're here in a position of opportunity and you're ready to receive. And never look at something like it's bad. There are no things that are bad, y'all. Every single thing that happens to us, even if it seems like it's the most tragic thing that happens to us in life, you must know that there are no problems. Repeat after me. There are no problems. There is nothing wrong. This is merely happening to me. Repeat after me. This is merely happening to me because this is a mere opportunity to prove my greatness. Again, this is a mere opportunity to prove my greatness. And go get it. And stand on the fact that you got it and you own it and you know it. And let nobody tell you that you can't do it. You know how many people told me I couldn't do it? You know how many people laughed at me? I didn't stand there like Carrie at the prom talking about they're all laughing at me. With blood pouring down my head, I probably could have, but I mean, it don't matter if you are. If you do look like Carrie's right about now, but it's all good because you're the magician. You're the fifth element. 5 is a number of change. And in the energy of 5, you are not to be locked down anyways. You are to explore the world. You are to have the frequency of you. And that's why my ancestors had me start off with the temperature, 73, which is a 1, which is leadership, which is you. We are not supposed to be comparing ourselves to anybody other than who it is that we were yesterday. And if you're looking and you're comparing yourself to the person who you were yesterday, make sure that you don't get stuck so much like I did. I got stuck in yesterday. How did I get stuck in yesterday? Well, I was just sharing with a friend of mine about 20 years ago. I was homeless, got myself out of a homeless shelter, started my business on Venice Beach, California. I was the only sister owning her own business on Venice Beach, California. I put myself in business school. I put my children in the entertainment industry. I also had 3 employees working at my Chinese store on Venice Beach. And I also worked at a law firm on top of managing my children in the industry. And at that time, I was so stuck on the fact that I was homeless, and I was homeless because I went through a breakup, and not just went through a breakup, I was, didn't want to kick my mom out of my house. So I became the homeless one because I was my mother. But I never got a chance to tell myself, good job, girl. You just got out of a homeless shelter and you have all these goals you're accomplishing. But I was still so stuck in the pain of the fact that I even went through a homeless shelter. I was traumatized. I was so traumatized that I couldn't even realize the things that were going on around me. And that was 20 years ago. And 20 years later, I'm looking like I never even told myself, good job, girl. Thank you for getting yourself there. Thank you for getting yourself here. And I owe myself an apology because I was waiting for someone else to come along to appreciate me, to acknowledge what it is that I did for myself, and it never happened. It wasn't supposed to happen. It happened exactly how it was supposed to happen. Don't look back 20 years from now on your life and get stuck in a time loop. And when you're stuck in a time loop, you're so brokenhearted because you're wanting someone to love you, and this person can't see your love because you don't see your love and they don't see your love. So go back, find that little girl, find that little boy, and apologize to them. Do what it is that you want to do. What is it that you want to do? You're so busy living your life for someone else. Are they going to accept me? They may not accept me because I'm too fat, or I'm too skinny, or I'm not pretty enough. I'm not good enough. I don't have the degree that they have. I don't live in the neighborhood they live in. They may not like me because I'm homeless. What about you? What about what you like? Don't live your life hoping and wishing that someone will come in. I can get my baby daddy on the phone right now. I used to be in love with this nigga. In love with this nigga. Like, I was like, oh my God, I was like crying for this dude, I swear. But to this day, it's like 30 years later. Like, he's my friend, like one of my best friends. But I will never, ever, 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 ever go in a relationship with him ever again. But to this day, he will tell everyone in the whole world that he would give anything right now to marry me. And I just never thought that I would ever be in a place where I was like, I would relinquish my rights and say, hell no. And now I'm in a place like, hell no. And I promise you, it may not take 20 years. It may not take 30 years. It may not take 5 years. It may not take a year. But I promise you, the person that you're holding on to, the person that you feel like that person broke your heart, and you may never, ever, ever meet anyone as great as that person. Think about it. You don't know that person because you don't know yourself. And if you knew yourself, you'd be giving all that energy that you're giving away to someone else to love you, to see your worth. You'd be giving that energy to yourself because you would know your own greatness. You would realize and embrace your own beauty. Somebody passed away this morning. Somebody passed away today. Somebody passed away tonight. Somebody lost their voice for the rest of their life today. Someone will never, ever be able to get on a plane or walk again or see again. Someone lost the love of their life today and will never, ever be able to tell them ever again that they're in love with them, that they miss them, that they're sorry. We must live every single moment as if it's the last day of our life. And if you're not living this moment as if it's the last day of your life, and this one moment is making you happy, if you're sad and you're brokenhearted over someone else not being here for you right now, what about you forgetting that you're holding the pain of you being brokenhearted because you're not realizing that you're not here for yourself? And then if you have children, your babies, they feel your pain. Your children are not going to do what it is that you tell them to do. They're going to do what it is that they see you do. What are you teaching them? Are you teaching them it's okay to sit around and cry for this person and wallow in pain and tears and sadness and feel like they're not good enough because somebody else didn't accept them? I've walked these streets called life. I've been through heaven and I've walked through the gates of hell. I've been in the inner world, the outer world, the inner earth. I've been through realms. I've been through chambers. I've been through frequencies. I've been through time zones. And I can search the galaxies high and low. And I'm going to tell you one thing that I know for sure. Out of anything that I could have ever, 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 ever given my babies is not material wealth. It's self-love. Showing them to love themselves by me being the example. To show them how mommy, in spite of whatever happened, was there for me in order to be there for us. Each and every one of you are so powerful. You have talents, you have gifts, you have an ability in which we have all been created for. What is your reason for being? What were you divinely created for? There is no need to have to copy anyone. You know how many inventions of mine have been stolen and ideas? And first I was like, oh, it's no big deal. How many songs, famous songs on the radio that have been stolen, I wrote, never got credit for them. But I learned. The hard way, but at the same time, was it the hard way? No, I don't look at anything anymore like it's fault. Like that was tragic, or that was bad, or that was awful. No, I look at that all now like, wow, that's what molded me. That's what made me. And now we're stepping into the elemental acceptance of the potter and the clay. You are the one that is molding your life. You're the one that's shape-shifting your vibration. You are so beautiful. You are so powerful. You are so sacred. You know why? Think about it. If you walked up to anybody right now that call themselves the illuminated ones, the ones without illumination, and you told them that you want to sell your soul, they would be trying to buy it, right? So if they find value in your soul, in you, then you can also find value in yourself. You have a beautiful makeup. You have your own fingerprints. You have your own authentic look. You are so sacred, so powerful. You don't believe me? Ask your haters. They'll remind you. They'll be more than happy to remind you. Because you are the magicians that you are, you have already planted seeds in past life and past life timelines that have molded you into who you are right now. We are in the energies right now of activation mode. And because we are in the energies of activation mode, every single thing that you have put into existence, seed-wise, planted into the ground, even from past lifetimes, are being activated right now. So I've been called to step back, pull back my energy for the the fall equinox portal. There is something very sacred that's happening in my life. And this will be a time between my family and my angels, my guides, and my ancestors. In this energy of being molded for these times, I'm in awe, but yet I'm in honor to be here. And this is what's so powerful about this knowing, is knowing that we all volunteered to be here during these times. We all volunteered to come into this plane of existence right here, right now, to be our ancestors' authorized representative, to represent our elemental facts, as well as our ancestral bloodline, and not just make them proud, but make yourself proud. So here we are right now with our wings, Phoenix rising from the ashes, right? But yet, on the pathway that we're on, we have found ourselves in the frequency of knowing that the path is not about going to the left or going to the right, going up or going down, going under or going out, but going within and becoming the path. We have found ways to take our pain, and instead of us running from our pain, face it. Instead of us running from our shadow, turn around and face it. When that shadow keeps shape shifting because of the shape or the location of the sun, we continue to circle ourselves around until we face that healing within ourselves that we need, and we stop blaming others for what we're doing to ourselves. That's the big key to this. No one did anything to you at all. Every single thing that you're blaming the other person for, you still got 9 fingers pointing at yourself. What did you do in a past lifetime that you named yourself what you are called right now in this life because of something that you did in another lifetime that caused you to have to live out the karmic debts that you are facing right now? And for those of you who've gotten a chance to be a part of my consulting, my high priest, my high priestess classic coaching, my spiritual metaphysics packages, or my past life reads, You are so empowered. And I'm so honored to be of assistance, not just so much to those of you who I have given readings to, and I thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be able to chime in on your energies, but I had to pull back because I was not doing you any service. I'm not here just to read. I'm not here just to just tell you what's wrong. I'm here to help you heal what's wrong. And that's why everything here is shifting, because there's a responsibility to this. This is not a game. This is your life. And because it's your life, this is my life. I didn't come back here just to watch myself dance around and make songs. I came back here to help you make the jump. I came back here to make sure that you're able to get to New Earth. So because of that, I can't just read for you and tell you what the problem is. I don't want to take that responsibility anymore. It doesn't do anything for me. Like, for what? And it shouldn't do nothing for you either. If I can't read for you and then consult you and not only tell you what the problem is, but help you heal the problem and show you how to get to the other side of that problem, I don't want anything to do with that frequency. And that's why everything here at Nubian News is shifting to just that, my holistic side of my ministry. And that is helping us all make the jump. Or else there's no point for me being here. Because I can't live the lie that I once lived, that we're all living, without facing the fact that there's something very wrong here. We can all be told what the problem is. We can all listen to readings all day. We can all sit in AA classes all day, or whatever type of anonymous class you want to sit in all day. But if there's a problem, how the fuck are we supposed to fix the problem without any solutions? There's a responsibility to this shift. It is my divine birthright and my honor to be in a position to not just heal myself, but to be able to turn around and say, wait, but hold on, I made the jump. That was a big ass ocean I had to jump over with a whole bunch of tears and a huge ass mountain. And if you look at the bottom, that's a big ass damn volcano. It would not be right for me to make the jump and then not be able to turn around and say, yo, I did it. This is a path. This is what you can do. Because you can't make the jump without knowing the tools or the move or the energy signature as to not only make the jump, but to clear the jump. We're in an entire new frequency. There is no religious factors here. There is nothing regulating us in our mindsets except us. The blockages that we have put on our own lives, the hurt, harm, and injury and the pain that we have caused ourselves because we're so busy looking outside of ourselves for validation. What part of the game is that? It's very interesting because we've all been living this lie. And then to find out that our ancestors, they left us to clean up this shit. And then they told us, oh, you're the one that we have chosen for this. And you're like, huh? Wait a minute. I don't know about y'all, but we can't get, look, I came from some damaged shit. But what's so powerful about it is seeing in the midst of a desert, a dry ass desert. I know y'all seen pictures like this too. A beautiful flower is still coming up out of the cracks in the midst of it all. And that's each and every one of you. That's your life. You are so much more than you know. You have so much more power than you have given yourself. You have to give yourself credit, more credit than you have. And stop being mean to yourself. You think that the other person's being mean to you. What about how you're treating yourself? You're standing in the mirror and you're saying, oh, I don't like how I look, or I don't like my hair, or I'm too ugly, or I'm not good enough. And then you're talking negative to yourself. You're talking down on yourself. And then you get mad at somebody else. If anybody else talked to you the way that you talk to yourself, you know darn well you wouldn't even be their friend. You wouldn't even talk to that person. And then you get mad at someone else for speaking the same exact words that are coming out of your energy signature. Because you're vibrating at that frequency to attract those free ends. Free ends. No, beloved. We're not in the energy of blame. We're not in the energy of shame. We're in the energy signature of strength. We are truly in the energy signature of strength. I really want to play this song, but I don't want Disney to get me. But I don't know. Let me see. Maybe I can play a second of it. Hold on. Because I want y'all to hear something. Hold on. Hold on. I don't even know. Hold on. Well, maybe I could do it a little different. Because I don't want them to I don't want them to flag this video, because I really want someone out there to hear this message, because so many people are hurting right now, and y'all have no clue that it's going down in the world. It's going down. And who knows where you're going to be tomorrow. But the thing about it is not worried about where you're going to be tomorrow so much as to honoring where you are right now. All right. Y'all ready? Sing along with me. I could while away the hours, coffering with flowers, consulting with the rain. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And my head will be a scratching while my thoughts are busy hatching. If I only had a brain. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Right? I'd unravel every riddle for my individual in trouble or in pain. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Right? While the thoughts that you'll be thinking you could be another Lincoln if you only had a brain. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Right? So here it is. All of us are door thieves. We're door thieves. Not Dorothy, but we're door thieves. We have stolen the doors of the lives of others and then got upset by how others have treated us instead of walking through our own doorways of life. And that's why we never even realized that we had the path within us the whole time. We weren't even paying attention to our own slippers, not even realizing that, it's not easy to walk in the moccasins of someone else. And this is why we're trying to ease on down the yellow brick road, not realizing that the wizard at the end of the yellow brick road was a mirror of the curtain that we opened up within our lives because we were afraid to face that little child that we ran from. Because so many of us were trying to blame the person that was hurting us, not realizing that this really stems back, if you really think about it, from mama and her mama's mama and her mama's mama's mama. And then you got mad at daddy because mama was mad at daddy. And then daddy's ass didn't show up. And you stood there looking through the window, wait for him to show up. But then again, it had nothing to do with none of them, because you chose your parents. So if you chose your parents, when are you going to stop pointing the finger at everybody else? You chose your parents before you came into this existence. You named yourself based off the karma that you had in a past lifetime. And then your children chose you to help you out. You're being shown how to love yourself, even through your inner me's. But you push them away. And you hate on your enemies because they hate on you. I love my enemies. You hear me talk about their ass all the time. Like, what's up, y'all? What's up? Because you heard the phrase, keep your enemies close. And there's so many people that we can learn from, and so many species and deities and specimens and elements that we can learn from. People are very, very quick to smile in your face, but hate on you and talk behind your back. But you must know that you're vibrating at that specific frequency to attract them into your life in the first place. So instead of you pushing them away, use your intuition and allow your imagination to be at play and say, what am I to learn here today? You are so powerful. You are super cool. And if I was a superhero, I am in my own way, but I'm just hypothetically saying, if I was a superhero like you, I'd want to be just like you as a child. I would look up to you. But in order for a child to look up to you, you must give them something to look up to. So in this case, let's say you don't have a child, or you think you don't, but what about your inner child? Your inner child is looking up to you and saying, what's up? When you gonna put that costume on and come play again? Or you're gonna keep dressing up only on Halloween and thinking that no one sees the masks that you're wearing every single day? Because if someone doesn't like your outfit, or someone doesn't like your hair, or someone thinks you're too fat, or someone thinks you're too ugly or not pretty enough, those are all outer masks. How long are you gonna keep wearing that costume? Because you can get all the plastic surgery that you want. You can put up all the makeup that you want. But it's still not gonna cover up the pain that's inside of you. That little girl, that little boy that's hiding inside of you. When are you gonna face that? It's time. Oh, welcome to the world, baby number 4. Halo, that's a beautiful name. Halo, Monet, Goddess, Shavanda. Which is an ancestor returned. And the children are trying to show y'all something. But are you paying attention? Because they're going to make you pay attention. We are no longer the parents. They are. We are not the teachers. We're the students. So as we shift on into this shift, I will be sharing more with you. A whole lot more with you, as much as I can anyways. But in the meantime, in between time, my initial thought for coming on before I chimed on today was this. I should tell everybody to just step back right now. Just step back. Just step back. It's okay to sit in solitude. It's okay to spend time with yourself. It's okay to talk to yourself and have that conversation with yourself because you need that expert advice. It's okay to see how you feel versus cloaking your own feelings with alcohol or drugs or sugar highs. It's okay to be natural because we truly are vibrating harmonically at the same pace as nature because we are nature beings. The timeline is not collapsed. The timeline has opened up a realm of elemental energy signatures that many of you are not even ready for. I've been speaking this for a while. I've been sharing as much as I can with you for a while. I don't want to scare a lot of you, but I will say that the shakeup is fully activated. Those of you who have had the opportunity to be consulted by me or take on my classes or be a part of my portals, you're ready. And remember what I told each and every one of you. You are the ones that are here to help the ones who did not take those classes, who won't know and have any clue what's going on, but you're ready. You have heard things, we've learned things that the world has not even had the opportunity to wrap their mind around. These specific things exist. But you have been chosen for a reason. You're very sacred. You're very, very anointed for these times. You're also powerful. This is why it's important for me to just stop what I'm doing right now. Super busy, but it's all good. I'll be sharing a lot of that with you in a minute. But I had to reach back on here and say, hey guys, guess what? And just give you a word, because I know these energies that are coming in, they're going to get heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. And this is the time that they were talking about within the ancient texts, that man's heart will fail him for fear and her for fear. What's coming in, many of you are not ready for it physically, nor mentally, nor spiritually, nor emotionally. This is a time to step back. This is not the time to be trying to find it on a YouTube video, because you're not going to find it there. It's not out. It doesn't exist. It's within you. It's in your Akashic records. You remember. Just remind yourself that you already know. Right? So I wanted to share that with y'all. And I wanted to say thank you so much to my moderators. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for helping me out here and the energy that you have been putting back into this plane of existence. I had to reset my dating website, and I didn't like the person that I was working with the site, because that's not what I had in mind. I have I'm already in some Starship Trooper galaxy type of mindset, and I have to have the right artist and person work with me with that. But those of you who are my moderators, I do personally want to offer you specific positions on the dating website that we will have here. And don't worry, I already been watching. I see who you are. And then there's so many other things that we have coming in here at Nubian News. We literally have been offered major space even for an entire holistic retreat in South America. And that's going to consist of so much. OMG. If you can try to think of it and it exists, we're talking about just an entire new, I don't know, it's like taking you to the Garden of Eden, but it's too much to even mention it. So I just gave you a little intro to that, but there's more. And not just with that, more music coming out, getting my books out to each and every one of you. shifting even in my holistic products to each and every one of you. And also at the same time, being a mommy, and I have my teenager going into college, which is really cool because they're already presidents and vice presidents of our family business, as well as my daughter took me shopping with her because she wants to sell hair, which is really cool because she's only 17. And I just initiated her for flight school with my flight school. And then my little itty bitty one, she's ready to cut her first album, and she's still doing her cartoons. She has another cartoon coming out, so she's still creating cartoons. And she just made a new intro for our reality show. Shout out to Will Johnson for your donation, hun. So on top of me trying to give back to each and every one of you as much energy as I possibly can, but we are not who they thought we were. We are far much more than the elemental energies have allowed those to try to put us in their boxes to define us. They can't define us. There is no definition in these realms that define us. And those of you who are keepers of the flame, those of you who are sacred beings, you know, because you walk in the knowing of this energy signature. Continue to hold your head high. Continue to embrace the dark and the light, the good and the bad, the lessons, whatever it is that you try to hold on to, that you're afraid of losing, that will be your first test. The sky is not the limit, the mind is. With that being said, I'm super excited for everything that's coming in. I'm going to take each and every one of you on a journey with me, coming up here very shortly. And I will let you know what that is when that time arrives. In the meantime, in between time, I'm going to bed. Have a beautiful ass, magical ass moment in time, y'all. Who am I? Nubian Divine. What's her name? Nubian Divine. Scream on him. Speak my name through the skies, time to dream on him. Don't hold back, I'm a master, so I breathe on them. Let my light shine, they'll pick up a rain on them. Etch it, sketch it, born for this. I thought I showed ya, your girl's a high priestess. So maybe now you know. Y'all ready to go in? I am.
Deep. Nobody knows the amount of pain that I be held inside. The dark night of my soul when I didn't have an alibi. I met my twin flame and the pain he took me through was cool. I never knew his love would open up so many sores. My higher self, the pain I purged, my mouth hit the floor. I've grown to love myself in ways I made the world adore. I monetized my pain that sent me on my path to fame. The way I see it now, my ass already flipped the game. brick has broken down my pride, only to build it up. How priest is born again inside. My rites of passage come from portals that you won't believe. Unlook the haters as my life became my majesty. How can you love someone when you don't even love yourself? It's like you're in an Alice Wonderland of your own spell. True love will make you face the mirror self refuse to see. I am divine across your mind, accept my majesty. Oh.